Hey my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel, Supreme Medium Diviner. Today we're going to talk about the spiritual realm. What can you expect in the spiritual realm? Why would you go to the spiritual realm? What's the difference between the spiritual realm and the astral realm? I decided to touch on this topic because a lot of you all have a lot of questions about it. So I am here to answer your questions, all right? So before we get started, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Hit the like button, hit the bell so you can be notified. Also, please beware of scammers. I do not reach out to anyone. If you want my services, you have to go to my website and book. So the scammers are going to come to you. It's not me, okay? All right. The spiritual realm. Let's talk about it. Okay. The spiritual realm is a place where everything spiritual exist. We're talking about your spirit, other people's spirits, angels, demons, entities. Anything that you can imagine that has a spirit is going to exist on the spiritual realm. Okay? The first thing that you need to understand, the spiritual realm is completely dark. You will not see any light in the spiritual realm. Sometimes when people die or they have near-death experiences, they'll see a light. Don't go to the light, but that's another video. That is not the spiritual realm. The only thing that is a strong spiritual energy wanting to get your energy, which I call a poltergeist. That's all it is, okay? It's either going to be a very bright light, or it looks translucent, like you can see through it, okay? That's not the spiritual realm. When you are in the spiritual realm, it's going to be complete darkness. But yes, you can see. You can see, okay? Why would you go into the spiritual realm? First of all, if you're alive, everybody does not have access to the spiritual realm. So by me doing this video, I understand why people have questions, because a lot of you guys have never seen the spiritual realm, have never experienced the spiritual realm, don't have any idea what happens in the spiritual realm. So this question is very valid, okay? So there's no such thing as a bad or dumb question. So I understand why people would ask this. So who lets you into the spiritual realm? The gatekeeper. The gatekeeper is going to let you into the spiritual realm. The gatekeeper in voodoo is Papa Legba. I work with Papa Legba. I have been working with Papa Legba ever since I started like my adolescence, going into puberty, 12 years old and up. Okay, he is the one who allows me in the spiritual realm. He will be the one that will allow you in if you resonate with voodoo. That's going to be the person, the gatekeeper for you. It's Papa Legba, okay? If he does not want to work with you or anything of that nature, you're not getting in that spiritual realm. Let's clarify something. Papa Legba, the Grim Reaper, Death, whatever you want to call, are not the same. They're not the same, okay? So, if you're a person who works with death, death is not going to let you in the spiritual realm, okay? So, don't get the two confused. Do not get the two confused, okay? We'll do another video on that, all right? So, in the spiritual realm, like I said, you will see other spirits of other people. You will see entities. You will see demons. You will see angels. You will see saints, okay? Why would you go to the spiritual realm? If you're a worker, if you're alive, you go to the spiritual realm because you're a worker in the spiritual realm. I am a worker in the spiritual realm. What does that mean? I go to the spiritual realm to assist entities, to see demons. I have never ever worked with an angel. Okay, I believe that's not a part of my calling. So I've never worked with an angel. I work with demons and I deal with entities. I also go to the spiritual realm to remove spirits, okay, to remove bad spirits. I also go to the spiritual realm when I need to banish a dead person. I go to the spiritual realm when I need to remove a person. When I do a lot of my work, this is another reason why I don't believe in exorcisms, is because the work that I do, you have to get on their level. When a demon, which a demon will like very rarely possess anybody, But when a spirit or an entity is possessing someone, you have to get on their level. And that level is in the spiritual realm. You have to go where they are. Okay? And that's going to be in the spiritual realm. You got to understand that. When you're dead, why would you go to the spiritual realm? You would go to the spiritual realm because there's some things that need to be done there. There's some work that needs to be done there. You may choose to reside in the spiritual realm. You may have been a person who should have been a worker on the earthly realm, but because you did not get in touch or let your spirit elevate, you forgot all about that. And you're back in the spiritual realm. Okay? Your spirit. Let's distinguish between the spirit and the soul. This is not the soul. This is the spirit. The spirit is the essence of you. Okay? You're going to be in that spiritual realm because there's work to do. So on the earthly realm, when you were living, if you didn't do your work in the spiritual realm, you're going to still have to do your work when you die. Okay? You still have to do your work when you die. So it doesn't go away. All right? Also, you would go to the spiritual realm if you have to be considered for judgment when you die. Everybody that dies does not have a judgment. I know we're taught that, we're going to be judged when we die. That is not the case for everybody. The only ones that are judged when they die are people who are going to be revered, like some type of saint. Okay, so that's when you have to go through judgment. You ever heard of gates of hell? That's going to be in the spiritual realm. Okay, I've seen one of the gates of hell. There are several gates, and I've seen one. I saw it when I was 16. That is in the spiritual realm. And that is where, even the Egyptians talk about the underworld. That is in the spiritual realm. That's when you go through a series of tests, a series of activities that you have to do before you can be put at a saint level. You have to pass things, okay? So far we got people who work in the spiritual realm, people that are going to be judged after they die. Their spirit goes to the spiritual realm, okay? So the spiritual realm, the way that it differs from the astral realm, y'all hear me talk about the astral realm. The astral realm is the realm that contains your soul, part of your soul, and it contains your vessel, the body. In the astral realm, that's the part that's as above as below. Okay, that is the part that mimics Earth, or Earth. I'm gonna say Earth mimics the astral realm, okay, because it's in the universe. Okay, that is the part that mimics. Okay, the spiritual realm and Earth is like a veil that separates the two. Okay, the spiritual realm does not mimic the Earth. It never will. Okay, in the earthly realm you have day and you have night. Okay, in the spiritual realm it's always going to be dark. It's always going to be dark. And I know they talking about seeing the sunlight and things of that nature. That is not in the spiritual realm. That is in the astral. All right, that's in the astral. Okay, where you see the sun is going to be in the astral. Darkness is the spiritual realm. All right, the astral is, like I said, where the soul resides. Part of the soul resides, and like things that you had here on the earthly realm, you're going to have in the astral. So if you're venerating your ancestors, when you give them food, you give them money, give them whatever they need, they are accessing this in the astral realm, not in the spiritual realm. Okay, when they come and visit you, they're coming from the astral realm. When you come to see them, you're going to the astral realm to see them. Okay, they do not come to you from the spiritual realm because, like I said, everybody does not have access to the spiritual realm. Even when you die, everybody does not have access in the spiritual realm. Now, when I do my mediumship, I can see people's spirits, right? That does not mean they're in the spiritual realm. I only have a handful of people that are in the spiritual realm when I access their spirit. Okay? Mostly are earthbound. Mostly are travelers. Okay? So it's not complicated. It's not a lot to really touch on, but it was worth doing a video to kind of give you an understanding. So the best way that I can explain it is, just because we say spirit does not mean everybody's in the spiritual realm. So when someone dies, they're not always in the spiritual realm, but they do have reasons to go, which I stated before. everybody does go to the astral, and that's the soul. So that's the key difference, okay? Part of the soul goes to the astral. The spirit does not go to the astral. All right? So if y'all have any more questions, is there something about the spiritual realm that you want me to touch on in particularly? Go ahead and put that in the comments. I will do the video about it. But I hope this gave y'all a better understanding of what the spiritual realm is and what is the difference between the spiritual realm and the astral realm. So until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.